following is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
Today is the last day for graduating seniors to get their cap and gown mailed via UPS. Good afternoon. Welcome to Macomb Midday. I'm Phil Giovanni.
And I'm Ariana Nutili. The University Bookstore has everything you need for graduation. You can order caps and gowns, WIU class rings, and sign up for graduation photos. You can also learn about the benefits you will receive once you are a part of the Alumni Association.
Also, 2019 spring undergraduate commencement takes place on May 11th in Western Hall. Doors to the public will open an hour and a half before ceremony begins. This year's ceremonies will take place at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. The College of Business and Technology, College of Education, and the College of Fine Arts and Communication will graduate at 9 a.m. The College of Human Services will graduate at 1 p.m. and the College of Arts and Science, General Studies, and Interdisciplinary Studies will graduate at 4:30 p.m.
In more campus news, WIU's Homecoming Committee has announced its plans for next year's school festivities. Rocky on Broadway is the 2019 theme. Homecoming kicks off on September 27th. Activities such as Paint the Town, Variety Show, and Yell Like Hell are scattered throughout the week. All of this leads up to the Homecoming Parade and the football game where WIU will take on Missouri State. Homecoming is not only for WIU students and staff, but the university encourages Macomb residents and alumni to come enjoy themselves.
WestFest 2019 is today and tickets are still on sale. It's in the University Union Grand Ballroom. The performers are Morgan Evans and Dylan Scott. These upcoming artists will be performing at 7 p.m. tonight. For more information, visit wiu.edu.
For the third year in a row, a major fundraiser at Western has broken a record. WIU says the university raised over $150,000 last year in the Western Challenge. This year, they exceeded that amount, raising more than $188,000 with the help of over 800 donors. This year's event included 12 challenges and matches, which increased donor involvement for specific areas and departments on campus.
In news around the area, drivers heading south of Macomb may be delayed by road work. Crews will be working on U.S. Highway 67 between Industry and Illinois 101. Construction on the center line and pavement patching will cause delay lane closures. Motorists should allow extra time while traveling through the area. Drivers are also encouraged to take alternate routes. Work will begin on April 29th and is expected to be done by June.
Make room for summer this year with some spring cleaning. Citywide cleanup is May 13th to the 16th, as well as Monday, May 20th. The city of Macomb is asking residents to place their trash at their curb at least 48 hours before pickup. Crews will begin routes at 6 a.m. on your regular trash day. City workers are reminding you to place trash early to prevent retracing steps and longer work schedules. Trash must be less than 50 pounds and placed closely to the curb. Items that are prohibited during cleanup include yard waste, electronics, liquid like paint or heavy oils, and other forbidden items that are listed on your screen.
The Lincoln School here in Macomb held their first ever color run on Saturday. The Adopt a Classroom program is part of a nonprofit organization that businesses adopt a classroom where they come in and talk about their careers. NEWS3's Ryan Hall got the chance to visit Lincoln School and see all of the bright colors that are in the air.
A display of colors was in the air on Saturday as the first annual color run took place at the Lincoln School here in Macomb. The Adopt a Classroom program is when local businesses adopt a classroom where they hope to inspire kids on future careers. Amy Morris is a second grade teacher at Lincoln and is also the coordinator for the event and has been involved with the Adopt a Classroom program for many years.
I started it in 1999 and we only had 7 businesses. Now we're up to over 30. And we like to take field trips to visit our business at the end of the year. Our PTO is very generous and they've always been able to pay for field trips. But now that we're so big, it costs a lot of money. So we decided to do a color run so we can raise money to get these kids out into the community and see their adopted business.
When a local business adopts a classroom, it shows the support that the students have everything they need for school, as well as showing their support for their teacher. What's your favorite part about being Mrs. Morris's class?
That she's nice.
What makes her an awesome teacher?
She's good at it.
The event kicked off with a Zumba party for kids and adults, and afterwards all gathered at the starting line ready to throw a rainbow of colors into the air. With the weather being questionable on Saturday, the colors were definitely not washed away.
It's awesome. We were hoping for 50 people and we have 167. Glad the weather's holding off and we appreciate the support.
If you want to learn more about the Adopt a Classroom program, you can visit adoptaclassroom.org to see how your businesses can be involved.
Here to give us a look at our first weather is Storm Team 3's Jared Streeter. Jared, will the rains be stopping anytime soon?
Unfortunately, there is some more rain in the forecast. Right now outside, 58 degrees, a little bit more mild than what we have been seeing with all the rain and the wind. Cloudy outside, the fog has tapered off just a little bit. In relation to the rain that we've had, there has been a lot of flooding that has happened in our area. In fact, some levees have been breached in Davenport, Iowa. Right now, this is the southern portion of our region that we can see flood warnings and flood issues in those areas. And then on the other side of me, you can see more into the north where the flash flood warnings have been issued as well. This is a map of the rains that we have seen in some areas, especially McDonough County. We have some areas that we have seen 1.5 inches to 2 inches of rain, which is going to create more issues. And Molly will have more on the conditions for later this week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jared. Coming up after the break, News 3's Jasmine Yates is on an assignment tackling what you need to know about your health.
National Broadcasting Society helps the future of broadcasting get the tools needed to succeed in an ever-growing media world. At Western Illinois University, the professional connections students bring to our chapter of NBS have opened doors to networking possibilities that students otherwise wouldn't have. The opportunities we are given as students at WIU allow us to make connections today for success tomorrow.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I chose Western Illinois University because I could get involved right away. You're going to gain experience. I'm going to be able to just become successful right out the gate. I'll be a news reporter and eventually become a news anchor one day. I've always felt that as a strong speaker, I could be a voice for the voiceless, but as long as I continue to believe in myself, work hard, and show that I want to put my best foot forward, I think that anything is possible.
We bring you what you need when it comes to your health.
More than 50 million Americans suffer from allergies. News 3's Jasmine Yates talks to Michael Walters on tips and tricks for allergy season.
Spring's here, so is allergy season. I sat down and talked with Michael Walters, Chief of Staff at the Butte Health Center, to talk about the ways to help your allergies this season.
Mineral allergies, typically in the spring when things start to bloom. So anytime now when things start to bloom is usually the start to allergy season.
Walter says it's hard to escape the outside when you have places to be.
It's hard to avoid, tree pollen and grass pollen and those kind of things. So
there are several ways to deal with your allergies.
Several main ways to treat allergies. The cornerstone is antihistamines, your Zyrtec, Claritin, Allegra.
Walter says people sometimes confuse a common cold and allergies, but if you always get sick during this season, you might have allergies.
A major difference is fever. Allergy doesn't typically have a fever with it, colds do.
If you're not sure what's causing your sniffling and sneezing, visit your health center today. Reporting for NEWS3, I'm Jasmine Yates.
We've known that aspirin reduces the risk of heart attacks, but now this household drug may be damaging your body. Jasmine Yates has more.
Nearly half of older adults take an aspirin daily to prevent heart attacks or strokes or any other serious illness. Many doctors are warning patients about taking aspirin daily, so I sat down with Michael Walters, Chief of Staff at the Butte Health Center.
The benefits of aspirin are that it helps reduce your risk of heart attack and stroke by making your blood less likely to clot.
Walter says there are several problems people can run into when taking an aspirin.
Risk of being on aspirin is that it can cause bleeding, particularly gastrointestinal bleeding, and that's because of the way it works.
Walter says by living a healthier lifestyle, you won't have to take a daily aspirin.
Different things they can do are, A is lifestyle, try to, maintain a good diet, keep their weight off, and exercise.
Walter says kids should not be taking aspirin because it could cause them a lot of health problems, and that aspirin is made for older adults that have had severe illnesses such as heart attack or strokes.
Reye's syndrome, they found that there was a higher incidence of Reye's syndrome in children who took aspirin.
If you are concerned on how aspirin is affecting your body, please visit your health center today. Reporting for NEWS3, I am Jasmine Yates.
Coming up after the break, April show brings May flowers. But will the showers continue? Storm Team 3's Molly Nelsland and Jared Streeter have more next.
On Tuesday, November 6th, our state will be making some important decisions.
You might think it's not important,
or your vote doesn't matter.
But that's not true.
If you don't know how
or where to register,
visit vote.gov.
Make your voice heard.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I want to be able to stand in front of a camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only people who are directly involved, but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, I like to be a part of that and helping people with that.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Macomb Midday. Right now we do have temperatures at about 58 degrees with some cloudy skies right now, and I'm jumping all over the screen, but that's okay. We are going to see a little bit of a warm up as we go through the day today, so don't worry. Humidity is very high, which is hinting at that impending rain that we do have coming later on this afternoon. Right now we are a little bit below average for our average temperatures right now. However, we are going to see that jump up a little bit. We are going to get very close to it as we go through today. We're not going to hit that record of 90 degrees though, unfortunately, but we are not going to be going below freezing for that record low. Again, here's the weather radar right now. Plenty of clouds in the area, although we can't see the water that's all over the place right now. Believe me, it is there. Again, with the radar, there is some stuff off to our southeast. We are expecting to see a little bit of rain come through later on today. That'll be coming in from the northwest and likely from the southwest as well. We are going to be keeping an eye on that. Again, we did have this system pass through just last night that dumped heavy amounts of rain in our area and did cause the levee to break in Davenport. We are keeping them in our thoughts right now. For your regional temps, currently again 58 degrees here in Macomb, 66 in Beardstown, and Springfield looking a little warm at 69 degrees. Hopefully we'll be climbing our way up there today here in Macomb. Tonight, 54 degrees for a low, upper to mid 50s for the low tonight, so not too bad as far as our temperatures. For your tomorrow high, again, low 60s, so not quite as warm as what we had today. Again, temperatures usually decrease right after a rainstorm, which we will see that again tonight, so it isn't a surprise that temperatures would decrease just a little bit. Tomorrow night, temperatures are going to be in the mid to upper 40s, so cool down just a little bit more to the temperature. So for your tomorrow night, again, 49 in Beardstown, 50 in Quincy, so a little bit warmer. Tonight for your low, 54 degrees in Macomb. Again, gentle winds tonight out of the northeast at 6 miles per hour, so not too bad, with that possibility of thunderstorms. Thunderstorms in the AM tomorrow with the high of 61 degrees, so a little bit of a cool off, and those winds are going to pick up just a little bit out of the north at 11 miles per hour. Excuse me. For your 5-day forecast, again tomorrow high of 61 degrees, but we're going to cool off overnight. Friday, cloudy skies, unfortunately, but we are going to be keeping that rain at bay on your Friday to end off this dead week. With 62 for a high. Saturday, Sunday, we're going to start warming up, bringing that sunshine back into the forecast. So looking very nice, and we're going to start warming up with 72 degrees for a high on Sunday. Monday with cloudy skies again, and yes, that is more rain Monday morning to round off the beginning of our finals week with a high of 76 degrees. With that high of 76, we are going to be keeping an eye out for the possibility of some thunderstorms that are a little bit more than just your everyday average thunderstorms. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure. You guys excited for finals weeks?
I am not excited for finals week, but I'm excited for this weather to maybe warm up a little bit. I think we all need some sunshine in our lives for this next busy week that we have coming up. I think it's going to be crazy. Like, I'm so tired of walking outside in these big clunky rain boots and my rain jacket. I look like a walking garbage bag.
Well, up next, find out what virtual reality is doing for students here in Macomb. Don't go anywhere.
I started to think about doing broadcasting my freshman year. I started calling some football games for the freshman football team. My high school didn't really have a broadcasting program like some do, and so a lot of my stuff was just PA for different sports, for basketball, for volleyball. And my mom signed me up for a visit to come to Western on a Discover Western day. And I walked through the doors of the rec center, and Buzz Hoon shook my hand, said, "Zach Stone, I've seen all your footage, I know who you are, and you belong here." And that's what really makes WIU feel like home.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs.
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh, man. Oh, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you. Oh. Just had a magnetic energy. So I thought, all right, we're definitely going to be friends.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch.
Why I love to do sports anchoring? Because, it's talking about sports. I decided to come to Western because I wanted an experience that wasn't like some other schools. I did color commentary for one volleyball game. I was terrified. I never did any broadcasting in high school, but when I was talking, it was all, staggered, and I had no idea what I was saying. And now I've done so many different games as a color commentator, play-by-play, now sports anchor. Every show and every game, it gets easier and easier, and I get more comfortable doing it.
A popular photo went viral after an anti-poaching ranger took a selfie with two gorillas standing on two legs. The photo shows the two gorillas standing upright like people and casually looking at the camera for the selfie. The rangers say that the gorillas behave like people because the two rangers rescued the gorillas when they were just babies after their mother was killed in 2007. The rangers are stationed in Virunga National Park in the Dominican Republic, guarding the gorillas from poachers.
We are highlighting new businesses coming to the Macomb area. So what's a better time than now to catch up with Sean West? He's the head brewer of the new brewery coming to Macomb. West says Forgotnia Brewing will be open this summer. The flooring, walls, and ceiling are complete, the brewing equipment is in, and the next steps are to buy tables, chairs, and to build the outside beer garden and to purchase the ingredients. West says setting a specific opening date is difficult because of the 8 to 6 week period of fermentation and kegging.
We're still very excited, a little bit more tired than before, but still very excited to open up, and everything is moving along.
West says Forgotnia Brewing opening day will be posted on the brewery's social media pages.
A new coffee shop will open on the east side of town. Macomb Area Economic Development Corporation announced that Starbucks will be taking over the former Ponderosa Steakhouse. That building has sat empty for nearly 2.5 years. We talked to WIU students and asked them about how they felt about the new business.
We already have Dunkin' and we already have the Starbucks and Hy-Vee that people can go to, so I feel like we don't really need another one.
Personally, I would have liked to see a new restaurant instead of a Starbucks, just because Hy-Vee already has a Starbucks.
We don't really need a new Starbucks. There's always other, restaurants or cafes that we can get.
We also received mixed reactions on our Facebook page about the new coffee shop. Starbucks is set to open this fall. So, a new software application has been developed that is aimed for middle and high school students who have autism and learning disabilities.
NEWS3's Ryan Hall got a sneak peek of this unique experience of the virtual reality environment.
Take a step into virtual reality.
Please make your way to Mr. Green's classroom in a timely manner.
With the latest technology, there is a new virtual reality program created specifically designed for students with high-functioning autism and learning disabilities. Justin Ehrlich is the Associate Professor of Computer Science at WIU and gave me a tour of this fascinating program of a virtual reality that is interactive and easy to use.
And it's all to teach social skills, and specifically how to dialogue with others and how to interact with them, and then also nonverbal skills as well.
With this highly new interactive program, students will be able to explore a wide variety of environments that will allow for them to see things in a whole new perspective. Using virtual hallways, cafeterias, and classrooms, it will get a glance for students of interacting with different environments and people, which will help them out in the real world.
We're trying to make this as realistic as possible. We've had previous work using older technology that we've proven that yes, it is effective. It's more effective than traditional intervention on generalizing these skills to the real world.
What is 2 plus 2?
Ehrlich says the money for this program comes from the U.S. Department of Education, and with the current version, they are looking ahead 5 years with the new technology.
And so we got a major grant from the U.S. Department of Education for $2.5 million, and $300,000 is going to Western Illinois University to develop the application.
As the use of technology improves over time, Ehrlich also says that he sees virtual reality in schools more often as students will use their social skills in and out of the classrooms, as the students will learn that their virtual reality will one day become actuality. For News 3, I'm Ryan Hall.
You know, it's funny. My mom always said that video games were going to rot my brain, but it's actually helping people so much with how far the technology has gone. It is unbelievable how much they can do for these kids.
Yeah, I really love that. I think it's a great idea to get kids involved with technology and learning.
Absolutely. Well, coming up after the break, a couple's marriage vows are signed and sealed and delivered in baggage claim.
And a man impersonating a cop pulls over a real cop. Oops. Coming up, don't go anywhere.
I learned broadcasting for 3 years in high school, so towards my senior year, I was pretty much invested in wanting to pursue a career. And I do enjoy it now, but I'm searching for a way to make sure that it's something that I want to pursue after college. That way, I'll be able to wake up every day and say, this is something I want to do, this is something that I love, this is something that I can teach, I can spread, I can affect people with.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
A couple whose love started over a decade ago in an airport baggage claim exchanged vows in the very same place they met. Jeremy Roth has today's take a look at this.
A couple that met more than a decade ago on a business trip decided to tie the knot where it all began, airport baggage claim.
We met right here.
Michelle and Ron Peterson met 12 years ago at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport. After years of long-distance dating, the couple made it official by hiring an opera singer, cellists, and hosting over 100 guests for a wedding inside the airport. They even chose a Southwest airline color scheme.
No one believed us, but now they're all in shock that we pulled it off.
Firefighters in Syracuse, New York rescued a dog that got stuck in a storm drain pipe. Authorities were alerted after they say a man heard the dog barking, and that's when he spotted the trapped animal. Officials used a ladder to access the pipe at the edge of a nearby creek. The dog was safely removed and returned to its owner. And now for the 3 little words that all but guarantee a great story: a Florida man. A Florida man was arrested after he was caught impersonating a police officer. But that's not even the most Florida-y part. He was driving a fake police vehicle with a light bar on top and carrying a realistic-looking airsoft pistol when he pulled over a driver in Hillsborough County. Need more Floridity? The person he pulled over was a real undercover cop. Yeah, homeboy's now facing charges of impersonating an officer. So take a look at this. I'm Jeremy Roth.
Wow, that's oops, that is a big oops.
Yeah, that really is a big oops. Like, what are the odds that you pull over an undercover? I mean, some of those undercover cars are, like, very undercover. Like, I've seen them pull people over before, and I've even been surprised myself. I'm like, wow.
They're snaky.
That's
really
a
sneaky.
nice disguise. But let's seriously talk about that marriage. Like, would we get married in an airport baggage claim?
No. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. That's unbelievable.
Absolutely crazy. Well, that's all for us today.
But I'm pretty sure we have some weather coming up here too.
Oh,
So as you can look on your screen, we do have a few low pressure systems that are starting to move their way through to bring us a little bit more moisture as we head into the next few days here. And we'll go back to our 5-day forecast to display that for you. We do have Thursday, we have a little bit of rain with a high of 61, low of 46, and then not as much precipitation as we head into the weekend.
Now that's all we have for you today. But you can stay up to date with us at wiu.edu or like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. All you have to do is search for us using our handle News3WIU. You can also look for us on YouTube and subscribe while you're there.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
From all of us here in News 3, have a great day, Macomb.